Howdy everyone. Welcome to This Old Vegan. My name is Merlene Vassell. In this video, I'm going to share with you how I started my vegetable garden indoors this year. Last year, around this time, I posted a similar video, so I'm going to emphasize the differences in what I'm doing this year. For the first time, I intend to grow my vegetables primarily in containers outdoors. If you saw my video, How a Nun Ruined My Harvest, you know that in 2022, I planted my vegetables in my side yard, which is visible from the street. I have a sunny spot in my backyard that I plan to use, but the roots from my big magnolia tree make that a bad place for planting veggies directly into the ground. Thus, I'm going to experiment with using some random containers that I have kicking around. If all goes well, maybe next year I'll get some nicer containers or install raised beds. I'm planting mostly the same seeds for the same plants as last year: tomatoes, eggplant, peppers, onions, and petunias. But this time, I'm only planting a few tomatoes because they grow really well and take up a lot of space. I ended up planting many more Black Beauty eggplant seeds because the seeds are a few years old and I wasn't sure how many would germinate. And their fruit is so delicious, I don't want to waste any. I hope I'll remember to save some seeds from the eggplant I harvest in a couple of months. Even though I eat tons of onions, last year I only planted and harvested a few small green onions. This time, I'm planting a lot more onion seeds and hoping for the best. I decided to try planting carrots for the first time. We'll see what happens. Another experiment I'm trying is planting kale and Swiss chard. When I was a kid, we grew Swiss chard in our backyard, but I haven't tried it since then. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Here, I'm sprinkling petunia seeds from the same batch of seeds I used last year. The germination rate was really high, so I ended up with too many. Hopefully, I got it right this time. I'll give any excess seedlings I grow to a friend of mine. Three days after planting, kale seedlings have already come up. 2 days later, Swiss chard is sprouting. 5 days more, and the tomatoes, carrots, and Spanish onions are growing, as well as the tiny petunias. The Walla Walla onions never grew, so I planted more Spanish onion seeds. Another week has passed and a couple of eggplants have grown. The greens are getting way out of hand. I decided to plant one yellow squash seed and one zucchini seed. Squash needs a lot of space, so I might plant them in my side yard, where the tomatoes were last year. Here they are a few days later. Once again, so many petunias grew that I needed to split them up into their own cells, so I bought some more containers. This is really delicate work, and unfortunately, not all of the seedlings survived. I didn't have enough cells to split them all up, so I left some of them together. For some reason, only a few of the peppers grew, so I decided to plant a bunch more of the seeds I bought, as well as some seeds from supermarket peppers that I ate. I'm marking the row with the store-bought seeds with a white tag. I read somewhere that pepper seeds prefer heat, so I'm using a cat bed warmer to keep these seeds at a higher temperature. We'll see if this works. The tomato plants got huge, so I'm repotting them in these deep pots. I really should have done this a long time ago. Anyway, the little hairs on the stem can grow into roots, so I'm planting them deep with dirt going all the way up to the first set of leaves. And now, as you can see, all of the seedlings have gotten pretty big, especially the squash. The onions and carrots are tangled together, so separating them is going to be fun. I think I should have planted them directly outside. I plan to transplant them and plant some more seeds outside in large containers. The second set of pepper seeds haven't germinated at all. I'm not giving up on them quite yet. I guess I'll put them outside in a week or so, whether they've germinated or not, to see what happens. I put all of the seedlings on my porch under and next to furniture to protect them from the sun, wind, and rain as they get accustomed to being outdoors. Meanwhile, I'll pick up some gardening soil and get the containers ready. And if you have any container gardening tips, I'd love to know about them. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching the video, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.